you have to start getting involved at some point. You have to start participating in politics, voting for it, running for office, influencing the change that you want to see in your communities, right? Because when believers sit back and do nothing, unbelievers and secular-minded folks will take power, and they will make a mess of our society, which is what's happening, which is the problem. These are most of the problems we're facing right now. It is what's happening, and it will continue to happen as believers sit back and do nothing, sit on their hands. However, it is a secondary concern for us, right? As Christians, politics is something that we need to participate in. We do need to focus on it. We do need to be a part of the change we want to see in our local communities, and local elections matter, local politics matter. However, it is a secondary concern. It is a secondary concern for us Christians. Our primary concern, first and foremost, our primary concern is on salvation and the kingdom awaiting us in eternity. Building the kingdom here on earth and entering into the eternal kingdom that awaits us beyond this life. Our primary mission is the Great Commission, to spread the good news of the gospel to others, win souls, and bring those who are lost out of their darkness and into the light of our Lord. Our eyes must become fixated on the eternity awaiting us beyond this life. Our minds must become focused on obeying and serving the Lord our God. Our hearts must be centered on trusting in Him, loving Him, forgiving His children as He also forgives us. Our souls must return to the place where they belong, in the heavenly kingdom with our ancestors and the one who made us all. Be here in this world now to bring as many as you can with you into the kingdom that awaits us beyond this world. We must love and serve the Lord with all of our hearts, souls, minds, and strength, always, forevermore. We have to fixate our own eyes upon the eternity awaiting us as individuals, and then, after that, we must tend to our gardens. So when our own souls have been saved, when our own souls are spiritually reunited with our Creator, we must then get on with the work of tending to our gardens, right? Which would include those within our spheres of influence, right? Those who are under our authority as individuals, those in our homes and in our immediate communities, in our churches. We must cultivate our gardens and lead those relying on us into the right direction first and foremost. The abandonment of these priorities and responsibilities are the primary cause of the breakdown of our society and the crumbling of Western civilization right before our eyes. Families first, right? As much as I love America first in a lot of ways, it's wrong. Because really what it is God first. First and foremost on a spiritual level. First and foremost, God first, right? On the physical level below that, our next concern is our families. Families first. Our families first and foremost. And then the families next door to us, down the street from us, in our churches, in our school districts, and then outside that into our counties. You know, these spheres of influence will ripple out, and these spheres of influence must be our primary concern and our first and foremost important mission fields, our primary mission fields for spreading the gospel and bringing people with us into the right direction. We need to be aware and vigilant of what is happening locally, what we can do to change things for the better here, what the problems are we face, and what logical and righteous solutions there are, that we can help be a part of implementing. We need to get moral, wise, skilled men of honor and men of nobility into positions of power locally. Need, not want, not should. We need to get moral, wise, skilled men of honor and men of nobility into positions of power locally. In the sheriff's office, in the fire departments, the police departments, the school boards, the city councils, even state Congress, right? And then all the way up to our national congressional representatives, right? Our 5th district representatives. Only after this, when we have truly invested in changing our families, our neighborhoods, our churches, our counties, and congressional districts for the better, only then, after that, should we be focusing on the secondary concerns like the governors or the presidents, right? Or international politics. The rest of our states and the rest of our nation. Those are secondary concerns after we have truly invested in the change we want to see at the local level. In our counties, in our neighborhoods, in our churches, in our homes, in our families, and in ourselves, right? We have to start with ourselves. We have to start with our families. Make sure to lead them into the righteous direction and do right and be right with, around, and for them. After that, when we got that down, because that's leading to the crumbling of society, is the fact that we're not doing this. We're abandoning these responsibilities. We're not tending to our own gardens. After we've reclaimed what's lost, after we've rebuilt this, and we've made sure that we are tending to our own gardens, adhering to our own spheres of influence first and foremost, and it's working, and it's healthy, and it's thriving, right? After that, we can expand our focus. We can invest more of our time, our energy, and our resources onto our neighborhoods, and then onto our churches, and then onto our counties, right? Those spheres of influence should ripple outwards. That time, that energy, the resources you exert, you spend, should ripple outwards after you've invested them in yourself, your family, your church, your community, then your county, then your state, then your nation, right? The ripples should go outwards from you. Be a part of the change that brings these people in your life, in these spheres of influence in your life, back towards righteousness, leading with you as many souls as possible towards salvation, towards the eternal kingdom, and just do whatever we can to keep Satan and his useful minions away from what's good, what's true, and what's beautiful in our communities, in our homes. And again, after that, we can focus on bigger and broader issues, more of that macro level issues,